Exactly. Oh boy. Okay, this particular movie is not necessarily in the Disney realm per se, but it sure as hell comes off like a Disney movie, but not necessarily. Actually, what am I thinking? This movie is just a fucking cliche of all the Disney tropes that you saw with all the princesses is just put into one, except there's a difference. Instead of finding the bright slipper to put on her fucking foot by midnight, instead of kissing her from the dead and bringing her back to life after she bit into an apple, but instead of that, well, we're not going to do that. Instead of the woman being asleep for a long duration, it's up to the prince to fucking go battle the dragon and kiss her back to life. Little differences right there between Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. But in this case, in order to break the curse, there is no involvement of kissing her in her sleep, or if she's dead, or putting a slipper on her foot, or getting a great fucking pumpkin, or asking her to bring her hair down. No. You know what the curse is? She turns into a fucking swan! A fucking swan! She turns into a bird! A fucking bird in a big beak! Gracefully swimming down the stream, becoming friends with a frog and a turtle! And a herring and all that other bullshit. You wanna know, the turtle was my favorite character in the whole movie because he was so laid back and chill. I bet he was popping fucking edibles left and right, the son of a bitch. Explains why he was so fucking high and mellow and cool, calm, relaxed, and optimistic. That turtle has probably seen some shit, if you're asking me. Fucking Alice in Wonderland. But going on about the Swan Princess, apparently the Swan was a very symbolic figure because this is a princess who is like a swan that is beautiful, very graceful, and just floats downstream. But instead of with the necklace that she had of the swan on there, she turns into a swan, and it's true love's first kiss by midnight. Keep that in mind. To break the curse, and she can turn back into a full human force of a very voluptuous princess that will hopefully become a queen. So this is a 1994 film, so we're going to go travel within that time frame. So the thing is that 2D animation, it's hand drawn. It's very nice looking. It's beautiful to look at. It's a gorgeous looking film. No doubt about it. Nothing to complain about with those elements whatsoever, because I think the animation is great. But the story goes, childhood friends, now lovers, Princess Odette and Prince Derek are now set to be married in their youth after the princess was born, while the fucking prince had a couple years on her. Sounds a little familiar with Sleeping Beauty, but as time progresses, they got older, and instead of, well, they're in their prime age now of, I'm guessing, well, where they're at as adults, you get to see the interaction of how they are as kids, where once you see how Odette is a brat and Derek is a brat. They're both brats, but once they're older, well, you kind of see exactly where things are turning, because once Derek sees how beautiful the princess is, the thing is, they are now in love. But Derek asks the question, what else is there to love besides beauty? Derek didn't know. Because apparently he had to find it in himself and get out of this fucking phase of adolescence that he was in to realize that it was all about personality, not just about beauty, motherfucker! But in this instinct here, so Derek, he has to learn how to be a man and fight against ROTHBART. Yeah, fucking ROTHBART. Write that one down, fucking assholes. ROTHBART! His name is ROTHBART! Son of a bitch. But going on, ROTHBART, apparently this motherfucker is upset and angry at the king for whatever reason, so once ROTHBART was turned down to Rasputin fucking Anastasia, that story, he wants to seek revenge. What is the revenge? He wants to take over the kingdom. far, far away. So he wants to take over the kingdom and marry the princess. It's amazing to me if you think about it, that once the princess was born, the way he wants to seek revenge is by marrying the princess once she was completely older. I don't know if this fucking guy has a lot of years on her compared to the age gap and whatnot, but I guess in animation world or whatever like this, shit like this happens, but thankfully it doesn't. So there's cliches. The cliche is the princess is cursed. She turns into something or something happens, but in this case she turns into a majestic swan who can talk to frogs, turtles, herrings, and all the other fucking animal life forms out there that are surrounded by graceful waterfalls and lakes and streams, and a castle that is very delicate. But you do get to see the different perspectives of them finding each other between both Derek and Odette, which ain't too bad whatsoever. Because the thing is that Odette, she starts to learn and become an adult from experiences as a swan. Derek, he starts to learn how to fight and be a man, Mulan, where he takes bow and arrow lessons with his buddies and fucking other assholes he's a part of, and he starts to learn to be a man, how to fight, use a sword, ride a horse, and all the other good stuff. And he also becomes a little bit more attractive and handsome as time progresses. But the princess, as a swan and as a human being, she is gorgeous no matter what, while she's discovering herself thanks to the help of her little swamp buddies. But the thing is that the movie itself, I had my intention of wanting to see this for a little while, because I thought the title itself was somewhat interesting for it being kind of a cliche, but not really, of a title, The Swan Princess. So I checked it out, and this movie was literally every type of cliche you can find in a princess-style film. Curse happens, by midnight, true love's first kiss, all that good stuff. It has to happen in order for her to be human again, go to the ball, get married, and go on a honeymoon, and fucking do God knows what. They can go to fucking Chuck E. Cheese or McDonald's for their fucking honeymoon or whatever. Or fucking Pizza Hut for their honeymoon. Feed her a greasy fucking slice of pizza in the salad bar. $4.99 for a personal pan pizza. Anyways, getting back to this whole fucking thing about the Swan Princess. The film itself, it was fine for what it was. Cliched up the ass, but I gotta appreciate the two stories going on back and forth, where Derek has to learn how to be a man and learn how to fight, and the princess learns about herself as a human being, accepting the grace that she has and all that other stuff, and how they come together, rediscovering the secret, go fuck yourself, and all that other stuff. So, with that being said, folks, The Swan Princess is a movie that I honestly gave, it was a 3 out of 5. Despite all the cliches and all the bullshit that was going on, I appreciate the animation style, and I kind of give respects to where the movie was somewhat going. And the song "Far Longer Than Forever" is a nice little tune featured in this film. So it's a film that I can say is not really one of the greatest animated films at all, far from it, but it's definitely one that I'm sure a lot of people will say is underrated and overlooked or whatnot. But for me, I just see cliches while trying to have its own little something going on. Would I go back and watch this? Probably for the turtle and the appreciation of the animation. For that. Definitely. But that's going to do it for my little talk for you all about the Swan Princess. If you've seen it, let me know down below your thoughts or whatnot. With that being said, folks, ciao for now.